The Himalayas, a place of sublime beauty, a cold and unforgiving mistress. Mount Everest, its crown jewel, has claimed the lives of over 300 climbers. Their frozen bodies rest on its slopes, a stark reminder of the mountain's power, but still adventurers are drawn to its majesty, yearning to stand on the roof of the world. This was the dream of David, a man of simple means but unwavering spirit. He was captivated by images of Everest's icy slopes, the tales of human endurance echoing in his soul. He yearned to experience the rarefied air, to witness the world from the top. David resolved to climb Everest. It became his singular focus. Every spare dollar was saved, every luxury forgone. He worked extra shifts, sacrificing comfort for his ultimate goal. Years passed, his resolve never wavering. Finally, the day arrived. David stood at the foot of Everest, a mountain of ice before a mountain of a man. His heart pounded with a mix of fear and excitement. The climb had begun. His journey was arduous, a testament to his unwavering determination. He battled fatigue, altitude sickness, and treacherous crevasses. Every muscle screamed in protest, every breath of victory against the thin air. He pushed on, fueled by his dream. The mountain, however, is a harsh mistress. As David climbed higher, the air grew thinner, the cold more biting. The storms raged with terrifying ferocity, testing the limits of human endurance. It was during one such storm, high above the clouds, that tragedy struck. A sudden avalanche, a deafening roar. David, caught in its icy grip, was swept away. He tumbled down the treacherous slopes, his body battered and broken. As darkness closed in, he felt his life force fading. His dream, it seemed, would forever remain unfulfilled. Then something extraordinary happened. As David drifted in and out of consciousness, he felt a strange warmth enveloping him. Opening his eyes, he saw them. Two magnificent wings, ethereal and glowing, had sprouted from his back. They were strong, yet impossibly light. With a gentle flap, he felt himself lifted from the snow. He soared above the clouds, his earthly pain dissolving into the ether. Below him the storm raged, but he was above it all, carried aloft by a power beyond comprehension. His ascent continued, no longer bound by human limits. He was drawn upwards, towards the very summit he had striven to reach. As he neared the top, a figure emerged from the blinding white light. A figure radiating warmth and compassion, a figure he recognized instantly. Jesus. David, overcome with emotion, knelt in the air. Jesus smiled, his eyes filled with understanding and love. "Welcome, David," Jesus said, his voice a soothing balm to David's weary soul. "You showed unwavering faith and dedication. Your journey, though cut short, has touched the divine." He gestured towards the summit. "Come, witness what you have striven for." Together they stepped onto the summit. Below them the world stretched out, a breathtaking panorama of snow-capped peaks piercing the clouds. The sun, a radiant orb, bathed the landscape in golden light. It was a sight of unimaginable beauty, a vision of paradise. David stood in awe, tears streaming down his face. He had never felt such peace, such profound serenity. He realized then that his journey had never been just about reaching the top of Everest. It was about pushing his own limits, about discovering the strength of his spirit, about finding something far greater than himself. As he gazed upon the world, a single tear rolled down his cheek. "It's beautiful," he whispered, his voice filled with awe. They were his last words. David, the climber who never reached the summit in life, had found his peace at the top of the world, guided by faith and graced by the divine.